welcome back to AZ Astro. So I got my Sesto Senso focuser in the mail today from High Point Scientific. So I figured I would go ahead and do an unboxing, and also you can already see some of my scope right here. I'm going to show you guys how to install that because I know I was pretty confused when I got my first one. So let's get into the unboxing. Let me bring you guys a little bit closer. I've always loved how High Point Scientific packages things. They always put a lot of care into making sure there's not much wiggle room for the item itself. Okay, that can be discarded. So right off the bat, we get their little thank you for shopping with us, special offer, 15% off eyepieces. I do astrophotography, so I don't really do those. Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, so right off the bat, we get a quick guide, which folds out into a big square, gives you a general idea of how to install it, which I'll be showing you guys here in a little bit. Put that over there. Here's extra packaging. All right, now we get this bag right here, and this bag contains the data cable. Oh, Type-C, nice. So the data cable to plug it into ASCOM, as well as the power cable, 12 volt, plugs into a car jack. I most likely will never use this. I've got two power supplies, AC power supplies that I bought for it. And then you have another bag right here, which this contains, let me rip that open. So this contains the set screws. I don't know if you guys can see that, those little tiny screws in there. Those are the set screws, as well as, I'm not sure what they call these, but these are the little metal pieces to connect it to the scope. You'll see that here in a minute. As well as all the tools that you would need to install it. I actually won't be needing those because I've got a handy dandy iFixit set. So those are the add-ons that I'll be using. And then the next item is the actual focuser itself. Is there anything else in here? I don't believe so. Let's move this. So here's the actual focuser itself. It looks identical to, well, not identical, it looks a lot like my original Sesto Senso, but with the addition of, you have the Arco right here, so if I ever want to use the, I think it's the rotator, I can. It just plugs right into there. Also, it has built-in Wi-Fi, which I probably won't ever use. I control everything through ASCOM, so no big deal. So here's the actual device. It's got the USB-C right there, and then all the LEDs there. So there's the unboxing. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring my telescope over, and then I'm going to try to get you guys as close as possible so I can show you how to install it. All right, so what you want to take off is these two knobs, the fine focus knob and the main and the rough focus knob. Those are the two items that you want to take off. I'm going to go ahead and take those off now with my iFixit kit. And this smaller one needs to come off first. So it's just an Allen wrench. I don't know if you guys can see that little tiny screw hole right there. You just stick it in there and undo the bolt a little bit, and it slides right off just like that. Put that there, and then we need a little bit bigger of an Allen end, and you do the same thing on this side in this hole right here. So you take that, put it in there, and undo it, and there you go. Now you're ready to put the Sesto Senso on there. So the next thing you want to do is you want to take these pieces right here, and you want to find the one that fits this rod right here. So I'll go ahead and do that now. And I'm almost positive it's the red one. So you want one that goes on and doesn't move around. So yes, it is the red one. You want it not extremely tight on there, but somewhat tight. So just for reference, so this is the red one. This is the correct one for my scope. So let's just say we want to use the gold one. See how the gold one moves around on there? That's not going to work. So now that we know it's the red one, what we can do is we can get this container of set screws. Let me actually get them pulled out. And then we want to get an Allen wrench. What you want to do is you want to, these holes, these little holes right here, you want to get these little set screws in here, and you want to get these started, because that is what's going to hold this red piece on there, which I'll show you here in a second. Let me get the next one started and screwed in. Take it down on there and set screws that, and just like that, stripping anything. So now that is firmly on there. Okay, so now you want to take your Sesto Senso, and as you can see in here, there's a spot for it to line up in here. And then on the inside, you'll see, let me see, right here, if you can see inside there, there's those holes inside here. You're going to put more set screws in there. So what you want to do is you want to take it and you want to slide the Sesto Senso down around this collar right here. This is the collar that is going to attach to. So actually, now that I think about it, I should probably put more set screws into these little holes on each side right here. So you want to add set screws to those, because those are going to screw around this and hold it in place. So let me put in the other two really quick. Okay, so now I've got all the set screws in place. So now we're going to take the Sesto Senso and we're going to line it up on there just like that. Now, I always like this, but I'll do it like this. And then you want to come in and turn your bottom knob. I'll just show you right here. You want to turn your bottom knob until you can see the holes in this area right here, so that you can tighten set screws. So I will do that now, and then I'll get back with you guys, because it's going to be very difficult to try to record it as well. Okay, now that that is done, you can see this still spins, but it doesn't lift up. So it's secured to that rod. So now here's the time where you tighten these three set screws here. So you want to position it the way that you want to do it. So for me, I'm going like this. So then you tighten these set screws. And of course, my focuser is in the way. So you want to tighten these set screws like so. And there's one on the top as well. Okay, so now that's nice and tight around that collar I was telling you about. Now, not only that, but there's also another screw that clamps it down even more. which is this screw right here, which takes a really big Allen wrench. So let me find the right size. And there we go. And you want to tighten that as much as you can. Let me put that where you can see it. So you want to tighten that. So now your sesto is completely secure. It's not going anywhere. You can't turn it. It's secured to your telescope now. And now you're ready to image. Other than doing downloading software information, you'll need drivers for it, things like that. I'm not going to go in depth on that. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how to install it. It's relatively simple. It's so much easier than other autofocusers that I've seen that have this whole bracket system that brackets right here and then comes all the way down and brackets to your whole focusing train. That it requires you to take screws out and bolt it on. I like this way much better. It works, in my opinion, just as good. So, unboxing and the quick install, the Sesto Senso, the PrimaLuceLab Sesto Senso